Hello and welcome, my dear friend. If you are watching this right now, it is because heaven itself has been waiting for this exact moment to deliver you a message that will change everything. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That weight of injustice pressing down on your chest? Maybe you have been the one who stayed quiet when you should have spoken up. The one who chose forgiveness when others chose revenge. The one who walked away instead of fighting back. Maybe you have been wondering if God even sees the lies they told about you, the opportunities they blocked, the way they whispered your name in rooms you weren't in. You have been carrying the burden of being misunderstood, mistreated, overlooked, and you have been questioning if your kindness was actually weakness, if your faith was actually foolishness. But what is happening to you right now isn't coincidence. It is not your imagination. This is divine intervention in real time. Right now, as you are watching this, God Himself is moving in the spiritual realm, not just to comfort you, but to actively intervene in the lives of those who wronged you. The records are being set straight, the scales are being balanced, and the rebalancing has already begun. This isn't about human revenge, this is about holy justice. And it is happening whether you can see it or not. By the end of this message, you will understand exactly why you had to endure what you endured, why certain people had to reveal their true nature, and why your season of vindication has finally arrived. You will discover the 3 unmistakable signs that God is actively moving in their life because of what they did to you. You will learn how to recognize when heaven is clearing your path by rearranging theirs. And you will never again question whether God sees your pain, because you will finally understand that He has been building your case all along. You need to understand something that most people miss about God's character. He doesn't just see everything, He documents everything, every conversation you weren't invited to. Every moment you were misrepresented. Every seed of doubt they planted about your character. Every quiet action they took thinking no one would notice. Notice how your spirit is responding to these words right now. That stirring you feel, that is recognition. That is your soul saying finally, someone understands. See, while you were choosing to let things slide, while you were convincing yourself it wasn't worth the fight, God never let it leave His sight. He has been keeping better records than you could ever imagine. And now, the time for divine intervention has come. Here is what is happening in the realm you cannot see. God is not moving because He is angry the way humans get angry. He is moving because there is a bigger picture, a divine plan that certain patterns threaten to disrupt. Feel the truth of what I am saying settling into your spirit. When people attack the chosen ones, when they try to block what God has ordained, they are not just coming against you, they are coming against heaven's agenda. And heaven always responds. Right now, somewhere in a conversation you cannot hear, there is a moment of realization hitting them like lightning. Somewhere in the privacy of their own thoughts, they are feeling a weight they cannot explain. That is not coincidence. That is God sending a divine wake-up call. They are going to start feeling a heaviness they cannot shake. Not physical illness, but a spiritual pressure that follows them. This is God's way of getting their attention, making them face what they have done. What they built on lies, manipulation, and undermining others, it is going to start falling apart. Projects will fail. Relationships will shift. The very things they used against you will turn against them. They are going to experience exactly what they put you through. The isolation they tried to create for you will become their reality. The doors they tried to close for you will close for them. Every time you stayed quiet instead of retaliating, that wasn't weakness. That was a deposit into a spiritual account you didn't even know you had. Every moment you chose forgiveness over revenge, every time you walked away instead of striking back, heaven was taking notes. And now, the withdrawal has begun. Not just into your bank account, but into your life account. Into the relationships, opportunities, and clarity you have been waiting for. Imagine this for a moment. You are in a theater, sitting in the dark, waiting for your turn on stage. Behind the curtain, there has been chaos, people whispering, changing scripts, trying to control what scene comes next. Then the director walks in. He doesn't yell, he doesn't throw things. He simply gives one instruction, and everyone freezes. That is what God is doing right now. One divine instruction, and the entire scene changes. They thought they had time. They thought they had control. But when God enters the scene, time bends, priorities shift, and truth takes center stage. You are going to start seeing changes, not in dramatic explosions, but in quiet, unexplainable shifts. Conversations that used to drain you suddenly stop happening. Obstacles that have been in your way for months quietly disappear. Opportunities start calling your name instead of you chasing them. A weight you didn't realize you were carrying begins to lift. This is how God works when He has been in the room before you arrived. He rearranges the furniture of your life so that by the time you walk in, everything is set up for your next chapter. Here is what I don't want you to miss. When God steps into someone else's life because of what they did to you, it is not just about them learning a lesson. It is about you stepping into a space where their actions no longer have authority over your story. Maybe they tried to limit your reputation. Maybe they blocked opportunities by speaking against you. Maybe they carried unspoken resentment that you could feel every time they were around. You thought you were imagining it, but your spirit was reading the truth the whole time. And now, that truth is being dealt with directly. In the kingdom of heaven, how you treat a chosen one always matters. It sets things in motion, either blessings or consequences, and once it is set, heaven follows through. Some people never thought twice about how they treated you. They assumed it wouldn't matter. But every action has a spiritual consequence, and the bill has come due. God is not only adjusting their life, He is adjusting your positioning. Think of it like chess. God is creating a whole new arrangement where they have no choice but to shift their strategy. The board is changing. Places where they used to block you are wide open. Places where they used to overlook you are lit up like spotlights. Doors they tried to keep closed are swinging wide. This is where your confidence needs to match God's movement. You cannot play small just because you got used to being underestimated. When He clears the path, you are supposed to walk it. Remember this feeling you have right now. This is what divine validation feels like. This is what it means to be seen and known by the Creator of the universe. You might be thinking of specific faces right now. Maybe someone's name popped into your head the moment you started hearing this. That is not an accident. Your spirit knows who this message is touching, but don't linger there too long. The lesson is theirs. The lift is yours. What you need to focus on now is this. The weight you have been carrying, that invisible heaviness you couldn't name, is going to keep dissolving in the days ahead. And with it, your clarity will return, your energy will return, your joy will stop needing to be forced. Because God isn't just setting the record straight, He is setting you free from the echo of their actions. The next time you sense something in your environment has shifted, even if you cannot explain it, thank God for the movement you didn't have to make happen. Thank Him that He still walks into rooms you will never see to settle matters you will never have to touch. You have spent enough time defending yourself, enough time trying to prove your worth to people who were never assigned to recognize it. Now it is different. Now God is not just showing you who you are, He is showing them who you are. And when He does that, there is no undoing it. So move forward without hesitation. Speak without fear of being misunderstood. Step into opportunities without wondering who will try to block them. You are in a chapter now where God Himself is enforcing the boundaries, and when heaven draws a line, no one crosses it. The divine intervention has begun. Your vindication season is here. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever be the same. If this message resonated with your spirit today, if you felt that stirring of recognition, that sense of finally someone understands, then do me a favor. Type "God sees" in the comments below. Let heaven know you received this message. Let your faith align with what is already in motion. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, someone who has been carrying the weight of injustice, someone who has been wondering if God really sees their pain, share this message with them. Sometimes God uses us to deliver exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, you are chosen. You are seen. You are vindicated. And your greatest chapter is just beginning. I will see you in the next message, where we are going to talk about how to step fully into the authority that God is restoring to your life. Until then, rest in this truth. God is handling it, and you are free.